Great. My topic um, is manipulating CSS using JavaScript. So I created some examples to display and show to you what how it works. Um, Here in my presentation, I have two examples. The first, I have here a CSS code. Uh, this code, the only thing that make is to center a text. So here I have the text. Can you see my mouse?
Yes.
Great. Um, this CSS property center this text change me. So I create two functions. I'm using two functions to add some properties and some CSS. Uh, I'm using this a mouse over. This function uh, allow to change property when I move the mouse over the text. So for instance, when I move the mouse over this text, I I'm calling this function and I'm passing through this the div property. This is a keyword that send the actual container. So here I have the function that I'm calling when I pass the mover over this word. I change it and I receive um, the this like another name set div, and I with this input I can change the property of the div. So for instance, here I have this line. In this line, I'm I'm calling I'm changing what is inside the ID here. Change it. I'm changing the color of this word. I'm changing the size of this word, and I'm changing or I'm transforming this word to uppercase. And all of these I using to change the property of the text. But if you set div, I'm changing the property of the div property. So this is the example. For instance, this is the word. When I move the mouse over the word, the text change. The word become uppercase and is greater than before. And I change the background of the div because I send it as parameter and I receive it in the function. So I change the background of the div of this container word. Uh, Here I have another function. If, for instance, the first example, move the mouse over the text and it moves. And when I click it, I call another function. Function is I call it change again. I send the div and I change what is
Mari,
inside the div, or
cosa
I,
dos me?
I replace the word written before and I put this. I change the color, the size. I change it to uppercase, and I use a background color. So when I click over this this function, this is what I receive or I see.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have some question or doubt until now?
I don't have.
Great. I continue. Um, CS, well, I have here another example. I have an image. I set properties for this image. And the next example, for instance, I hid the image using
Image.
JavaScript and changing the CSS property. So I I have this image, and over this image I'm using a button, and I'm calling a function and click when I click the button. I call this function, and this function hide the image. Um, well, after that, I'm calling another function. When I press the button, I display again the image, and this is how it works. And I have the image. I have here a button to hide the image and another button to display the image. So this is a simple CS, um, the CSS. So I call the image by this ID, and with this, with the display property to set none, I hide it and show it. Okay, I'm using the display property plot. But I have to show you, but I create some example. I would like to uh, play unto you. I have this example over here. So this is the first example. Move the mouse over the text. The text is changing. I will move the mouse and it changes. The second example is click over the text. So I will click over the text and the text will change. This is what I explained before in, in the diapositiva. Uh, Here I have an example that I spend a lot of time, but I could do it. This is a drag and drop. For instance, I have a word, church restoration, which is this, and I need to choose the correct answer. For example, church restoration, when was, for instance, if I put this over here, you could see how the color of, of this change and the letter C, Q, and how the container um, is more great or larger. If I move this word over here, you can see that this container change of color, the word change too, and the container is larger than the original container. This I like use this tool. Okay. The next example, same as the example before, I spent a lot of time, but I could do it. This is a flashcard. For instance, click over the house. And how do how do we say casa in English? If I click it, it changes, and this is how it house. And this is the example that I explained before in the diapositivas. Please, I don't want to see the next image. So click the button and hide it. And the next is I feel bad, so we better show the image again. So I replace the image. This is my presentation, and I don't know if you have some question.
Can you show us how you did number 3?
Number 3, drag and drop. Okay.
The code?
Um, okay. This is the code that I use to create the drag and drop. This is a function for API. This is an API.
Sorry.
So I will display the JavaScript.
So,
Yes.
Yeah, no, go ahead. So which one is, so the drop event is your 2 dates, and then the church restoration is an H1, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
now here that word, and I have the 2 functions. One function and the other function. And allow drop. And the JavaScript. These are functions created before, so I understood it and I changed some property to use it. I received the div and I changed some properties of the block. I changed the height, the container color, the background color of the container when I move one element to the another, to red or green.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have another question?
So you did this one with rotate, yeah? Rotate Z in
Number 4?
Number 4. You rotate Y, I think, yeah?
Yes, I have some trouble here because when I rotate the image, I need to display another image. So I need to I need to look for information about how to measure time. So when the time pass, I can change the image for another. I will display it if you want. Okay. This is for. Yes, brother.
So my question: in what axis you rotate it? In axis Y, or I think it's axis Y. When you rotate house.
Yeah.
in what axis you did it?
Wouldn't it be Z?
Well, what I'm using to finish the rotate.
Yeah.
Okay, I setting the time for the rotation. Okay, let's see. 8.
Oh, it is rotate Y.
Rotate
I have-
right. Okay.
I have it here 3 seconds. I have it here how much the image must be rotating. And this is what I found after that it does me a lot of headache because I need when this thing can rotate and pass the 3 seconds, I need to change the image. So I change the image and I gave this time 1.2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Thanks.
I
Thanks, Alfredo.
can change.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you have another question?
No, but that was really good. Thank you.
Yeah.
You
Showed me some things I had not seen before.
I like this. is very interesting.
Yes.
So what will I stop the recording to set the meeting for the next week?
Unless, does anybody have any questions about anything else? Any other topics we've already covered? I'm struggling a little bit with the touch events. Have any of you covered touch events yet? Or
No.
looked into it at all?
The touch event, like when you move some.
Yeah, but on touch with like a phone.
Oh, I don't. I didn't do it for
Yet. Okay.
yet.
I think we are covering it. Oh, I'm doing it next week. So hopefully I will have it figured out by next week.
Great.
So, okay, then I think we're done, unless you guys have anything you need help with.
Nope.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I will start the transmission, the emission, so we will program the meeting for the next.
Yes.